Manlaws 1 says, suggest deep pass.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
Play fake. Murray. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And you look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape, because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
Second and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Baron Browning just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Murray going to fire this out to Harrison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he spins free. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that very nearly a second interception of this first quarter. He's been really loose with the football, and that's going to need to change as this game moves along.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 9. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
This is fielded at the 27. Able to slither by. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. That's quickly out to Harrison. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They'll run with Benson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, what a move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 6. In motion right goes Adams. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Murray off play action. That's complete to McBride. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Troy Reeder. The Cardinals hit 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Here's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Murray going to fire one out wide. Pushing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They run over center with Benson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here comes Benson on the toss right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year and 12th overall. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They run it again with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On the ground, it's Jarquez Hunter. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jarquez Hunter, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give up the middle with Benson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the give, it's Benson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First carry for James Conner. Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3, but I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all, but the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Design run for their wideout. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 38. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had a very solid 1st half, and as we near the end of that 1st half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this 1st half. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Shotgun now from Murray. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the toss, it's Benson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Benson. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Murray. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, it's Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Murray going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Byron Young there on the stop. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Adams, the man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken in at the 22. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, 63 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Jones on the return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They give it off here to the tight end. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. He juked him. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They run once more with Corum. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 3rd down, here's Corum. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. On the return is Jones. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 3rd down, here's Benson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Again, it's Corum. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Hunter. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll run it with Hunter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as